are live here, Game 57, the Masters Women Colombia versus Argentina. I believe this is the last game of the day. The pool clarity is still really high quality. So again, fantastic job to PEFs and the world sponsors and everybody who got involved in making sure everything ran properly. If you are watching online right now, you will notice that you are not paying for the GoFundMe. It is completely free if you for the streaming. If you feel like supporting the streaming, you feel like it's done a great job and you want to support it, what you can do is you can check out the GoFundMe on the Underwater Hockey World's page right now, or you could go GoFundMe Underwater Hockey World Champs 2018. Now we are going to be off in about 25 seconds. Both of these teams here are just getting set up and ready to go. Should be underway in just a few seconds. Gustavo says, "Vamos Colombia." Vamos Colombia indeed. And the foghorn goes, signaling the start of this game. Very loud crowd right now after the Netherlands-Spain game that just finished 4-3, a very close finish. Big rivalry there. And obviously here as well, as the Argentinian and Colombian teams are the only two teams from South America in this tournament. And in this division, as much as any of the others, they are going to be going to win. Both of them definitely are going to want this more than a lot of the other games here, just by sheer virtue of geography. And you can definitely see that in the play already reflected there. A lot of strong fighting. No one's giving up on pucks easy. Nobody's going up too early or giving up on anything. Huge drive up here by these Colombian women, shoveling the puck up with their glove a little bit. I'm not sure if the ref caught that, but presumably they did not. As the Argentinians shut down that play, finish it off in the corner. You might notice she doesn't look up at all, giving the Colombians a chance to get set and figure out where they are and where they want to be. Again, teams holding it on the wall here, really driving it along the walls, not playing any open water, and the Colombians put in an early goal, only a minute and 30 seconds in. The ref is signaling that it is in fact a goal. Canadian ref Hugo is calling that one. And we have a nice early lead for these Colombian women here playing against Argentina. And as the refs got their hands up, they're signaling that they're just about ready to start off the second play here. Argentina clear off to that strike, flicking it right past the Colombian forward, but their next wave of attackers grabs it easy and spins it out to the far side. Again, both teams very focused on wall play here, really not trying to open it up, but as that foghorn goes, we're going to have a call here. This is the ref signaling against Colombia, and Argentina will get an advantage here. Obviously no team wanting to give up an advantage puck, and especially setting the tone early is a big advantage for a team to not give away easy opportunities by fouling. Ooh, a bit of a misplay there. Colombians take advantage, but not looking up, get absolutely tackled by the Colombian women. Makes a big drive all by herself, and a curl and a layoff. Unsuccessful as Argentina turns it right back around. Now, very clear play despite it being on the far side here. Again, really clear water today, even by the end of the day. Great for the tournament. can see a lot of back and forth along this far wall. We've basically gone all the way from one end to the other and back, and we have a stop and play. This one is going to be a minute penalty against the Colombians.
It's pretty early in the game for a minute-long penalty.
That it is. And that will be number... I'm not sure. That will be number 12, Tanya Ganima. Any of the fans who are watching from home, don't forget to send Tanya a message. Let her know that you are watching her in that sing-down. Got a bit of a misplay there, and the Argentinian team will get the puck right in front of the Colombians' net. Front and center. Not a place the Colombians are going to be happy to be right now.
Argentinians are dropping early, ready to put that in, especially when there's only 5 Colombians in the water rather than 6.
Absolutely. A very strange formation for the Argentinians to drop in right in front of the Colombian net. No forward blockers there. Swimming in with the first wave of their attackers, starting with the puck rather than the second wave. A very unique strategy, and it didn't seem to pay off too much there. Argentina might get called for a foul on that. Try to be very careful when reaching for the puck that you don't wrap around somebody, particularly you don't wrap around their neck, because the refs do not like that. That is for sure. Nestor says, "Vamos, chicas, vamos Argentina. Go girls, go Argentina." You go too, Nestor. And you can see here, contrary to what the Argentinians have done, the Colombians again started with the puck on the advantage from their back line rather than their forwards. And here we have a drive from them all the way down the back wall and into Argentinian territory. And capitalizing on that big time. 6 in the water again, and it looks like it's made a difference for them as they have survived taking the puck all the way down that wall and jammed into their net. Unfortunately, one of the refs is calling no goal, so we'll see what's happening here as they're going to call a quick timeout and talk to each other. Nope, definitely Argentinian advantage on their net. That is not a goal. It is still 1-0 for Colombia. The audience says, "Vamos Guerreros Colombians." And the Argentinians getting some good strength off of that advantage there. Big flick. And they're going to swim it again right down the wall. Not much you can do there. Turning it into a bit more of a two-dimensional game by taking away the width of that. And as you can see, it's just going back and forth. Not a lot of lateral movement here. A very curious strategy for both of these South American teams to take. And have another stoppage on the play. It looks to be perhaps a gloving foul. Illegally advancing the puck is what that means. Any which way that you push the puck forwards in your direction or laterally in a direction that you would like to be in without using your stick. So it could be an elbow or a knee. It could be your glove. Illegally advancing the puck is what that signal means. In this case, I think it was a glove. Colombian woman finally using the width of their formation to their advantage a little bit, but a nice big flick on the trough, lazily landing on the edge of the net and not in. The Argentinians are going to be able to defend that, but it's really close in on the lip. And the puck appears to end up in the trough. We're going to see if the refs call that a goal. It looks like they do. Valiant second and third effort there by the Colombians to finally finish that goal, making the score of this Masters women game 2-0 in favor of Colombia. That's by Natalie Ramirez, number 4. Natalia Osorio. Good goal, Natalia. And like a lot of goals in this sport, definitely a team goal. No one person can really get all the credit for that. And we appear to have some starting issues here. Black team calling a timeout. That's Argentina calling a timeout, taking a minute to catch their breath and get themselves sorted and back put together before we re-enter the first half here. Fairly even game. However, it looks like the Colombians are definitely capitalizing more than the Argentinians. A few reasons why that might be. One of the things that I've personally have noticed, the Argentinians have a bad habit of keeping their heads down, and the Colombians are capitalizing on that by tackling them from above or tackling them from the side, and the Argentinians just aren't prepared for it. Maybe that's what the coach is telling them right now. Keep their heads up and keep a full view rather than a small focal point. And we're going to see if any changes get made. Nestor says, thanks for rating me. You're welcome, Nestor. And gracias por la transmission. Don't know what that means. Gracias is thank you. Por la is for the. I don't know what transmission is. But we'll take it. Got another stop and play here. We're going to find out what this is about. The ref is signaling Argentina gets the advantage. And again, we'll watch their formation here, see who takes the puck. It appears to be their center forward here. They look to be playing something more similar to a 3-3 than a 2-3-1. The right forward surfaced awfully quickly there, but they headed left, so it seemed to work out okay. And a good curl there by the Argentinian girls to make some space. Although they seem to be having a little bit of an issue deciding who should take the puck. There's a lot of good team play here, but definitely passing that puck off like a hot potato. As Argentina buries it, is trying to pull it along the back wall. It looks like the puck might have gone in the trough. The refs are signaling. The refs are signaling that it is a black advantage, Argentina advantage on the Colombian back wall. They're not calling it a goal. Very close chance for the Argentinians. Must have thought they had it, as a whole bunch of them seem to have swam pretty far back towards their own sub-bench. Never want to have to do extra swimming, that's for sure. So and the Argentinians come in with force, moving fast, kicking their feet. Again, you've got this sort of terrifying whirlwind of death here where all the players are fighting really hard. We had a lot of bodies on the ground there. You definitely don't want to be in that pile, but you can't afford not to be when you're that close to the net. And we have another stop and play. As the refs are figuring out what their call is, it is another black advantage, another advantage against Colombia on their own net line. Not sure how good your view is online right now, but as we can see, there's a little black line just about where the puck is sitting. That is the 5-meter line, and that is where all the pucks will start. That's the closest an advantage you can get to the other team's net. The other team then only having the 2-meter section from their net and out in order to start the disadvantaged puck from. Ooh, a nice dummy by Colombia, but towards the middle of the pool in their own zone. That could have been a very dangerous move if Argentina was a little bit quicker on the defense. But she's made it work and has made a lot of ground right in the middle of the pool. Her second wave doing the exact same thing. A lot of ground made. Big drive. Colombia's approaching with speed and with numbers. Argentina has to get on the floor if they're going to stop this goal. And unfortunately, it is not enough of an effort as that puck goes right into the trough. Another goal for Colombia. Argentina seemed to have given up on the end of that drive there, struggling to catch up. Number 7 on the Colombian team, Andrea Manrique apparently is the goal scorer there, making this a 3-0 game for Colombia. Again, if you're watching online, give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for which of your friends and family and loved ones are playing right now. Let them know that you're watching and that you're there to support them. If you feel like supporting us, feel free to donate to the GoFundMe for the video system to get it all set up and paid for so it doesn't go out of anybody's pocket. Jose said, "Están jugando los chicas o las chicas?" I don't know what that means, so I'm going to say no. There we have a lovely view of the Canadian ref Hugo. Midway through this white team timeout here, we're going to cut to an overhead view a little bit, see what the teams are doing. Argentina seems pretty relaxed despite being down by 3. And with about 8 seconds left in this timeout, we're going to cut back underwater and see who's going to take this strike. Coming back from a tough goal to recover from, Argentina manages to get there just in time to stop the Colombian advance on that, pushing the puck out laterally. And we finally start to see some more open play here. Again, it's been very wall heavy so far, so having some people playing out in the open water is a big change of pace here. I'm not sure which one of these teams initiated this change, but both seem to be favoring open water now. And it appears to be working out a little bit better for Colombia than for Argentina right now. Colombia, who's putting it right up close to the lip of the net there, defended well by Argentina, and we got to stop and play. We'll find out what that's about. The chief ref is calling a body foul in favor of Argentina, suggesting that Colombia perhaps did not get it there quite cleanly. Fabian said goal, not quite Fabian, very close though. And again, the Argentinian forward takes it rather than a back. Takes it all by herself, gets some support when she gets to the wall, but takes it to the wall by herself. And now they start to move laterally a little bit. Colombian goes for a quick swim around back towards our side. That play called a swing, and she's got her head down and gets absolutely nailed by the Argentinian forward there, who's looking around now and successfully manages to get it off to a teammate before she gets hit. Second player is not quite so lucky, and it comes down to a contest of who gets there first. And oh, we've got another big swim by Argentina. This time they're getting cleaned up by the Colombians if they're looking. Great play here, right by the camera. And again, stop and play. This being another foul by the Colombian team, and we're getting a timeout. This is halftime actually. We are done with the first half of this game. 3-0 is the score in favor of Colombia. Again, the Battle of South America going pretty well for Colombia this game. Pretty close contender, a lot of back and forth hockey, but so far Colombia the only team that's been able to capitalize. A few more comments here on the comment feed. Not sure what most of them mean, but I'm glad that you guys are in and involved and having a good time. Again, I believe this is our last game of the day. So if you are tuning into this one, don't forget to stick around after. We're going to have some post-game interviews. We're going to talk to some Colombians, maybe some Argentinians, get a good perspective on how they thought the game went. The Colombians looking very relaxed here. Coach giving them a little bit of feedback. Not a ton per se. Just seems to be chatting with them a little bit, making sure they stay focused and stay on track. about a minute 15 left here in this halftime, and we're going to get started again shortly. Both teams just catching their breath and getting reset for the next half of this game. Each half is kind of like starting a new game, really. Although Colombia has the advantage here of starting a new game ahead a little bit. But Argentina so far has not given up. We're entering the last 30 seconds of this halftime here. The Colombian team getting set up and ready to go. Number 9 appears to be sitting out for them right now. That is Maria Hurtado. She's taking pictures of her teammates so they have something to Instagram when they get back home or whatnot.
Or tonight, or like while they're on deck. They are very active on Instagram. And just about ready to start the second half. With a Colombia lead over Argentina with 3-0. Lots of Spanish going on in the comments. I'm assuming it's going to be about equally distributed between Argentina and Colombian supporters, but I really have no idea.
Camila, if you are watching right now, you are watching the wrong game. There is no Portugal in here. We are watching Colombia and Argentina. We have another stop in play here. This time, still discussing the call. This time it's going to be against Colombia again, I believe. As Argentina takes another advantage puck here. For Thomas Pita, who's wondering when is Portugal, Portugal is a place and not a time. If you were wondering when the Portugal game was, you missed it. It's online somewhere, one of the earlier games, you can search for it, or you can watch one of their next games tomorrow or the day after. We got lots of games coming up.
And so that advantage for the Argentinians came from a Colombian Sandra being put in the sin bin.
So Thomas Pita in the men's match, it's game number 47 if you are looking for it. That happened at 12:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. If you want to give that a search, you can look for Portugal game 47 and see what comes up. Again, some great defense by the Colombians, really not giving the Argentinians any ground to attack. Very quick to defend, taking all the room away from the Argentinian attackers in blue.
The yellow and blue look very nice. We've got a few
wonderful color scheme.
Colombians with the blue fins and Argentinians with yellow fins, and it's just everything matches.
Got another stop and play here. With 12 minutes and 42 seconds left in the half here. Sandra's penalty is almost done. The refs are calling a quick ref timeout just to have a chat, clarify some of their calls, and make sure that they are organized. So we're going to have a bit of a stop in time here. As the refs start to set the puck, we are looking at looks like they're setting up for a penalty shot. Argentina has not chosen any attackers yet though. Colombia definitely ready to defend it despite that. That'll be number 12 for Colombia. Tanya.
And you've got number 9, I believe, for Argentina, and who's the other one for Argentina? Can't quite see your number. 5. Number 9 and number 5 for Argentina, which is Paula and
great shot, swatted down by the Colombian player. Unfortunately, not enough to stop the onslaught as the Argentinians score that goal, making it 3-1 in favor of Colombia, starting to catch up. As you can see during the penalty goal, the Colombian defender kept her hand on the wall all the way down. Not doing that by choice. They're actually required to do that right up until the other team advances the puck. As soon as they do, you can shoot out off the wall and hit them. But until then, you are stuck on the wall and not advancing. And we are back into this game. I believe even strength again.
Please help us.
What?
The time disappeared.
Yes. That broke, and that's where the time is. So.
We are looking at a very even set of playing here.
It looks like, I believe the score is currently 3 Colombia and 1 for Argentina.
That is correct.
We're just working on getting the time and the score back up for everyone. So no worries, it's coming.
A great view of the ref here, as you'll notice they're holding their breath too, working just as hard as the players. But don't get distracted, because the game is not following the refs. We are definitely following these Masters women as they play some good, high-quality Masters hockey here.
In a pretty high-quality pool as well. At the end of the day, it's still quite clear across the whole deck. Pool.
Couldn't agree more. Good swim by the Colombians, but it was not meant to be, as there's another stoppage in play. This one is going to be against them, giving an Argentina advantage puck here in about mid-water. Great time for the Colombians to get a couple subs out, put some fresh legs in. A couple of the girls wearing mares. Unusual choice for a fit at Worlds. Certainly not as many as of them as Perpetuals, Brières, and Leaders. But seem to be working for her nonetheless. Another foul against Colombia. This is going to be illegally advancing the puck. And we're going to drop back down and watch this advantage here for Argentina.
That looked like a body shot to me.
Yeah, could be. Definitely did not complete the course that it intended, whether it was knocked down by a face or a stick.
Nice
Colombia now with a
Colombia.
breakaway. Argentina chasing them down, desperately trying to keep this puck out of the net, but she is swimming and she gets caught. Argentina has caught her. Her support player comes in, pushing hard too. The now tired Argentina defenders stuck chasing. And we had a big drive right up the middle by Colombia there. Huge scoring chance, still in play and active. Puck right by the trough, and it looks like it has gone in. We have a goal for Colombia, and the refs are confirming it. That is, in fact, a goal, making the score 4-1 in favor of Colombia. Again, this is game 57 in the round robin. The Masters women, Colombia versus Argentina here. 4-1 in favor of Colombia. That will be number 13, Juliette, who scored that. Super goal, Juliette. Great team goal. A lot of girls put in a lot of effort to make that work. Now Argentina cleared that strike very easily. Very far ahead of the Colombian attacker. Again, those Mariquacho Finns making an appearance. We have a stop in play.
Looks like a stick infringement, or gloving call, sorry, against Argentina, so the advantage goes to Colombia. And they're sitting about mid-pool, but a little bit more on the Argentinian side, but still with a strong lead.
About 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. And the Colombians putting it right up and in, but it does not appear to count. The refs have been hollering and hounding on that foghorn whistle from before. does not appear to be called the goal, and in fact, it is an Argentina advantage. Big flick there. This time it looked like their defensive line was taking it and playing a different strategy on the advantage pucks than was before. Some vicious stick work there. Perhaps we're going to see a stick infringement call depending on who this works out for. And there it is, although it might also be a barging call in the other way.
Yep, there's your stick infringement call.
Oh, there's the stick infringement. And we are going to go sit in the box for a minute. Number 3 from the Colombian team is going to go sit in the sin bin and think about what she's done. That is Natalia Mata. Natalia, you got caught. Strange technique there for the advantage puck again. Got some very back and forth hockey again, very wall heavy. Another change from the brief period of open hockey that we saw from both teams before. This time Colombia seems to be the ones trying to keep it on the wall.
Usually these teams seem to favor open water, but it might be close to the end of the game, end of the day. I believe they both already played a game today, so it might be the tiredness wearing on them that they're starting to grind the wall instead of doing all that active swimming.
Absolutely, this 3-meter depth pool is very unforgiving. It is absolutely a game of fitness here. You cannot make it down quickly and easily. It's about a 1.5 seconds to a 2-second drop here, and we're going to see what looks like a body foul here. This is going to be
again
against Argentina. And there's going to be a timeout. Colombia's calling. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. They're going to call that and reset. The Colombian coach being very firm with them right now. The Argentina coach a little bit more calm looking, shaking his head a little bit, tilting it from side to side and making some big gestures. Not quite sure what he is saying, but I imagine that he's just trying to get them to focus and stay on top of their game and not let the Colombians play their game. About 10 seconds left. We're going to drop back down and see how this Colombian advantage puck goes. Ooh, definitely stopping that with her arm there, but I don't think the ref caught that. Maybe they did. We are seeing, a 2-minute penalty again to Colombia. This time it's number 7. Number 7 from Colombia, Andrea Manrique. Sitting out for 2 minutes. And we're going to watch Argentina get another player advantage here. Basically, practically playing this whole half as a 6-on-5.
So it looks like the Colombians, even with being down a person, are still making a good drive at the wall, cross pull to the net, just catching the Argentinians off guard with lots of bodies on the bottom. And it looks like they got a goal with 5 in. So it's another goal for Colombia, bumping up to 5 for Colombia and 1 for Argentina. I'm sure the girl in the sub box feels a little bit silly, having her team score without her. There's a goal for Tanya.
Good goal, Tanya. Again, I think. Not her first goal today, I don't think so. And again, Andrea in the sub-off, or Simbin, you're right, is probably feeling pretty relaxed. Didn't need to be in the water, and her team still scored. So part of being let off the hook. You never want to get scored on when you're in the box. And Argentina clearing that strike with very little opposition from the Colombian girls. Again, only one Colombian down.
Argentina making a nice big drive to the net, very clean, definitely taking advantage of that extra body in the water.
The Argentinian team, a bit of a hack there. We're going to see what that call was. A few things on that play. That's going to be against Argentina.
And it looks like there's an official warning to number 4 for stick infringement. And number 4 would be Romina. So she's got an official warning for the rest, and the next time she stick infringes, she'll be put in the sin bin.
Romina, you have been warned.
You should also be having the last Colombian come in anytime from the sin bin. You can see her dropping there in the background. So now Colombia is back up to full strength with 6 in.
Yeah, and you can see her joining on the defense from the far side, but it's not going to be enough as Argentina puts in a second goal.
Nice
not letting
by
Colombia run
Argentina.
away with that. 5-2 is the score in this Masters women game. Great goal from Argentina, really turning around some negative momentum there and owning up and putting that puck in the other team's net.
And it looks like the refs called a timeout, so it may not be a goal of Argentina. We'll see what they decide.
We might have called that a bit early.
Oh, it looks like no goal.
The chief ref is calling it a white advantage. Colombia getting an advantage. Argentina apparently cheated on that play and did not get a goal there.
No goal. It looked really good, but I guess not.
Yes, that is 5-1 still for Colombia. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. Again, the Colombians in their vibrant yellow suits down in numbers. 3 of them chasing up against 1 Argentinian. And you can see that it's obviously worked as they've put the puck in the net without hardly even slowing down on that rush there. And the refs are confirming it. That is a goal. The score is 6-1 in favor of Colombia.
Colombians turned that around, got very risky. Argentina got that in and just happened to foul on the way in. So Colombia definitely did not want that to happen again. And it looks like that goal was scored by Andrea. So with another minute and a half-ish left, we're going to start again. Oh, no, we're not. I lied. Looks like there's a rough timeout happening.
Liar.
Sorry, one of the teams, I believe, called the timeout. Looks like both coaches have gone over to talk with their players.
Camila sending purple hearts to Andrea. Camila, we will let her know that you have been sending those. Whole lot of chatter going on here in this comment section.
I am sorry, but we don't speak Spanish. But if you have people that would like to come and do commentary, they are more than welcome to come anytime throughout and do some commentary for you guys.
Absolutely. I've seen a few commentators coming from the Argentinian crowd that's here. We have yet to have anybody from Colombia that I know of. However, there is plenty of time left. It is still early in this tournament. And we are off the last minute and 43 seconds of this game.
Everyone seems to have gotten their energy back up after that timeout.
Nothing like a good rest to freshen up. Some really strong play by some of these women right now. Really pushing through and proving that they are strong, capable, dynamic players.
big swim by that Argentinian. That was number 9.
And a big loose layoff. Unfortunately, her teammate did not cleanly get it. And if the Argentinians get the advantage out of this, I suspect they're going to get a barging call.
Yeah, you can see the ref is probably calling the advantage rule on surface.
Making a decision as to whether or not it'll impact the game. Apparently decided it was not. Both teams really strong on the puck right now.
The Colombians got a lot of room, but here come the Argentinians stopping.
Argentina passing to no one a few times now, looking for their support, but their support is not there in time. Colombia a little bit of infighting, but it looks like they've got a big swing, a few numbers on the ground again. They certainly don't need another goal, but it looks like they've got a good opportunity here to put one in if they'd like.
Lots of space for that Colombian. Looks like a good shot. Can she make it?
A clear line to the goal at the end there. And that's going to end the game 7-1, the final score of the last game of today. Masters women, Colombia versus Argentina, 7-1 in favor of Colombia, who has won this game. 5 seconds still remaining, but you can't put in 5 goals in 5 seconds.
Yeah. And also in terms of us learning Spanish, we're already trying to learn French because we are not French-speaking Canadians. So we're on French for now. We'll work on Spanish though.
Sorry, Juan.
Not in the next 2 weeks. Maybe in a few years.
Juan, you should have come out. You could have done some commentating.
Unless you're here and then come and do some commentating.
Yeah, Juan, if you're here, we're watching you. We know you're here.
We know your name.
We know your name. We can't pronounce it, but we know it.
So it looks like that might just be the end of the game. I don't believe they're going to start with 5 seconds left.
Regardless, don't forget to stick around after. We're going to do a little bit of interviewing here. We're going to speak to some of the players, and we are going to see how they feel about this game, hear from them a little bit, and later on we're going to have the first episode of the Maple Taps.
It looks like that goal in the last minute was called back. So maybe the time ran out and the time on our stop isn't the same, but the final score for this game is going to be 6-1 for Colombia.
6-1 this Colombia game. Final score. Again, don't go too far. We're going to do some interviews. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Tune in tomorrow, and we will see you again in Quebec City.
just decided no one won. We tried to get your sister. She did not want to. You see her standing right there, but she doesn't want to do it. So you talk to her, and we'll work something out.
That's the camera. So we're gonna chat with them. Ellen, are we good?
All right. No. With me, no. With her. I'm the...
Just moral support?
Yes.
Alrighty, so I'm... Oh, the co-captain. I'm here with the co-captain of the Argentinian team in Canada. We call that the vice captain. What's your name?
Karina.
Karina, you guys played a good, well-fought game. Really didn't give an inch, not even until the end, and you had a lot of good-fought drives. How did you feel about that game?
It was really complicated. I was extremely nervous because I wasn't playing this time, and I saw my teams, and I know they gave the 100%, but they were stronger and faster. They're really good players, and well, we scored 2 more goals. They were not counting, but we did. We gave the full of us.
Very true, and you had a ton of support in the comments section. Both you and the Colombians, a lot of fans watching. Obviously a high-stakes game, the South American fight. Do you have anything you want to say to friends, family, and loved ones at home?
Well, first of all, we thank all the sponsors and those who support us. For Latin American people, it's really difficult to come to the Worlds, and it's an effort, not only physical but also economic. So thank you to all of them, and thank you for following us and supporting us.
Thank you very much. And I know you said you didn't want to speak, so I want you to just say one thing to your family and friends at home in Spanish. Let them know how you feel.
Bueno, muchas gracias a toda la Argentina, a todo el apoyo. Le mandamos un beso enorme. Y sigan alentándonos, que estamos poniendo no el 100%, el 300%, y los queremos mucho. Muchas gracias.
I could not agree more. Thank you guys so much for coming on out. Have a great rest of the tournament. Best of luck, girls.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, merci.
Well played. Do you have English? So I am here with number 5 from the Colombian team. We're going to do this in Spanish. I want you to just tell your friends and family how you feel after this game.
Realmente nos sentimos bien, estamos jugando de la manera en que queremos y nada, vamos trabajando cada vez para mejorar.
Again, I don't speak a lick of Spanish, but I like the sound of that. You played a very well-fought game. You guys had some penalty trouble, but overall you definitely dominated the scoreboard there. Do you have any thoughts on the rest of the tournament?
No, I think maybe all the teams are improved in each game, and then the same that has happened with us, and just only work all day long.
You're absolutely right, and you guys have worked all day long, that's for sure. I think it's about bedtime for most of the teams out here. We're going to have the Maple Tops running. Again, thank you so much for coming out. Congratulations on your win, and best of luck in the rest of the tournament. To the fans who are watching, we are all done. Thank you very much. Have a great night.